Hello friends, this is Casey at the Bodie's Homestead, and in today's video I'm bringing you an article. These foods are extra hard to find right now because of shortages, supply chain issues. Notice your grocery store shelves looking a little bare lately? You're definitely not the only one. Supply chain issues have created shortages of highly specific ingredients. Meat products are still one of the harder products to keep in stock, Rodney Holcomb, food economist at Oklahoma State University, explained. Following last year's concerns about meat availability, many consumers are stockpiling meat out of concerns for another pandemic shutdown. Holcomb says concerns over the Delta variant have some shoppers buying a little more than typical, just in case they need to buckle down and stay at home for a while. A lot of ready-to-eat items like frozen meats or shelf-stable boxes of mac and cheese are in especially high demand, so they may be harder to find. But it's not just heightened demand causing issues. Supply is also a problem right now. An aluminum shortage is making canned products like soda, soup, and canned meats harder to find too, Holcomb says. Those are packaged in aluminum and shelf stable, so they're both in short supply and high demand. Even when you can find your groceries, they're likely more expensive. The price of meat, poultry, fish, and eggs rose 5.9% from July 2020 to July 2021, according to the Department of Labor. Overall, food at home costs are up 2.6%. Now we know that that is higher. This is not accurate. We've read an article recently that said it was up 3.9%, not 2.6%. So this is a little bit off. Let me check real quick and see what the date when this was written. August 27th. Okay, yeah. So this is still good information. It's just a little bit more behind, I think. What's causing the shortages and high prices? We use the term shortage, but really it's more of a food supply bottleneck, Holcomb explained. We still have the same production potential, but labor shortages are having widespread impacts across harvesting, processing, packaging, and shipping. We saw issues with meat shortages throughout 2020, Holcomb explains, not because there wasn't enough livestock to consume, rather that CV-19 outbreaks would shut down meat processing plants, creating a bottleneck in getting the product out. In other cases, socially distant setups at processing plants and factories ended up reducing efficiency overall. Another thing driving up its energy prices is energy prices. Holcomb adds, refrigerating perishable foods costs money, not just at the store, but also along the journey to the store. Energy prices are high right now. You may have noticed at the gas pump, and those costs are being passed on to customers. Things were starting to normalize, but the Delta variant threw the food chain for a loop. Holcomb expects things to be more stable again next year in 2022. The food industry is very resilient, he said. Food industry members are always adjusting to changes in consumer tastes and preferences for new food products, new distribution technologies. CV-19 just meant that the food industry members had to make big adjustments instead of small tweaks. Give it a little time, we'll steady the boat. And I believe that. I love how this article actually ended on a positive note. I do think that things will get back to normal as long as A, weather holds out, and we don't have any more severe weather causing California to dry up and, not be able to produce half the country's groceries. B, labor shortages don't continue and people get back to work and we have more truckers and more workers, in the fields and in the processing plants and all of that. And C, this new jab mandate, um, people just either, get it, or they move on, work somewhere else, and someone else takes their place. So, I mean, that's what we're looking at here. So, keep in mind, stock your pantry, be prepared. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.